spirits without even having to be in the game because she's done it so much or whatever, right? How come the other ones don't do it? I guess because of her dread for, the death of her mom or whatever.
She's more acceptable to being like partially possessed?
I guess. In the end, but if she can just see them, then she wouldn't have had to bring the hand to the hospital and do all that. The more I think about it, the movie makes no goddamn sense at all.
Well, this was the reason why I had that face when we walked out, because I didn't understand, because in that scene she saw this ghost come in the room that she was her friend's boyfriend was staying with her because she was scared. Anyway, the fuck was that?
I
don't know. Something made a weird noise. Fucking what? Heard a I don't know. So the demon creeps up. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Or ghost, whatever. And then she's like trying to wake him up, and then the ghost just starts sucking his fucking toes.
Yeah, at first I thought she was like trying to bite his toes off, but it wasn't.
No. And then like he wakes up. Like they cut the scene pretty good, but he wakes up and like her eyes is rolled back in her head and she's fucking sucking on his toes. And it was her.
There was a lot of scenes in this movie that didn't make sense. Like he stormed out, he was mad as hell, but then the next scene he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" Just like when he was strapped to that chair the first time.
Yeah.
And they videotaped him or whatever. He stormed out of the room, and then the next scene he's like, "Yeah, strap me back in the chair." And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like shit like that was...
Like he was legitimately like scared and upset and pissed because
I thought he left the goddamn party.
I did too.
And then the next scene, he's sitting there strap me up. I want to go again.
High fives and handshaking. Yeah, this is cool. Meanwhile, like you were just worried that, whatever just possessed you just told your girlfriend that, you can't get hard for her. You had feelings for her friend, and then you're touching yourself and you make out with a bulldog.
Yeah.
And everybody's laughing at you and you're upset, and then you storm out like a little 12-year-old bitch, and then a couple minutes later, you're like, "I'm just fucking kidding."
They didn't even do that.
No,
he just
comes back in.
Yeah, he don't even come back in. They just cut a scene, and he's just on the couch.
I think you're right. Yeah, I don't remember him coming back in now.
No, and then they just kept taking turns, and he was in there, and I don't know. Some of the characters were unnecessary. The mom was over cunty.
Yeah, she was major cunt.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I guess she was like, they wanted her to be the typical, I don't want my daughters around a guy, but at the same time,
I want to be the cool mom.
I want to be the cool mom, but you could tell that she talked to, I don't know. Two.
Yeah, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. If this is up your alley, by all means, cool. Once again, I guess I'm just not that big of an A24 fan. I don't know.
Well, if our review is very confusing to you, that's exactly how you should watch this movie, because that's where it's going to come off. It's confusing. Like, our fucking reviews all over the place. You don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Watch the film, and it's exactly like we're describing it, because you don't know what the fuck we're talking about, and you won't know what the fuck you're watching.
Yeah, I mean, it's the reason why the the Thunder's a little lost for words this time is because it's kind of hard to fucking talk about this movie. It's not the best horror movie of the year.
Hell no.
For all you people out there that might not like our opinion, eat my ass. Evil Dead's better than this.
Yeah, like this is August. I have yet to see a horror film that came out this year in 2023 that can top Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I mean, honestly, this year's horror movies haven't been the greatest in the world.
There's been a couple of good ones.
It's been a couple good ones. Nothing that has blown my socks off this year.
Well, I like
Personally.
Evil Dead Rise.
I mean, I love Evil Dead Rise. It's everything I wanted it to be. But I mean, it wasn't. You know, I still haven't had that like this is the movie of the year. I honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there for you folks. I think we're all gonna be swept away or caught off guard about how good The Exorcist is.
We might be, because that trailer was pretty good. The trailer is pretty good. The ending of it and the still image of the demon and everything. I hope that the film is as good as the trailer. We didn't think that it was possible. The trailer has given us some faith. It's given us some hope. All we can do now is just, go and see it when it comes out in October and see if it lives up to the hype, man. That's the only thing we can do.
We got a couple more movies coming out this year.
Yeah. We have The Nun 2 coming out.
Yeah.
That trailer looks good as well, so.
Yeah. We got to, I think we're going to review Meg 2.
Yeah, Meg 2.
Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, we're still going to do Haunted Mansion. Even though that's not a full-blown horror film, we do the spooky stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
honestly, I think they should have waited and released this movie in October.
Yes.
Because there's going to be so many. Well, I don't know if it's going to be so many, but it's going to be horror movie. People want to go to the theaters in October to see horror movies, and when you have a movie like The Haunted Mansion where you can take the entire family, I think personally that would have been a better time to release it. But that's just me. If you want to release a fucking haunted house movie in August, go ahead.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I would have waited a couple more months. You probably would have made bank in October, honestly. But
yeah.
Well, I think that's going to do it. But if you ladies and gentlemen get a chance to stop by TeePublic, check out our 2 new drops. We have 2 new death metal shirts. I've been heavily influenced by a lot of death metal recently, and I've always loved the logos and the darkness and the evilness of death metal. So I decided to not make 1, but 2 versions of a horrible podcast, death metal, Reaper King type logo. They're pretty dope. Check them out. We've got some new colors. We've got fucking tie-dye now, believe it or not. If you want tie-dye, or if you want pink, purple, indigo, red, purple, yellow, orange is always good for October. And
far out, man.
Far out. We've got stickers, magnets, cups. Bring your kids. Bring the critters down and exorcise your demons.
Yep. Anything you can do to support your favorite podcast, which is the most horrible podcast you can listen to.
Yeah, and real quick, we're aware that we misspell horrible because we thought it was punny.
Yeah.
Somebody said that, saw our shirt and said, I just can't get past, it's spelled wrong.
First of all, it's not spelled wrong. Horror is how you spell horror. And a bowl is BLE. That's exactly the fucking word that we want it to fucking use. So nothing is misspelled.
Yeah.
Now, if you wanted to point out that those two things didn't go together, then you'd be correct. Because it's a pun.
Well, this person, no names.
It's a pun.
This person went and saw Barbie over the flashback feature of Friday the 13th.
And also, this person knew exactly what our logo said, and she got it. She just had. She's just like every other person in the world today. They have some sort of problem, and I guess one of her problems is she can't take the fact that you take one word. You know, it's kind of like an Eminem verse. You know, he'll use the same word 4 times, but it's 4 different meanings.
Yes.
Apparently, she don't like that.
Well, this person...
She'd be shit out of luck if she was a foreign person trying to learn American English, wouldn't she?
Yeah, she would have a horrible time learning the English language. No, hey, like the shirt, that's cool. Where can I get one? No, I just can't get the fact that it's spelled wrong. Okay, well, anybody that thinks like you and acts like you, fuck you, feed you fish heads.
Yeah.
Now to the cult, we love you.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to us.
To those that get it, like it, love it, we love you. And
immensely.
We shall be back very, very soon. So I'm Todd of Thunder saying toodaloo.
And I don't give a fuck if it's spelled wrong. It's right in my book, God. It's real to me. It's fucking real to me.